Hello everyone, this is Joey and welcome to episode 2 of Celestial Journey. To start things off today, I'd like to do some enchanting. You can see I have 41 levels down here. Most of that came from mining, between the well-established trade here and, mining like lapis, redstone, etc. Anyways, so I made this rupee pickaxe. It's just made from a bunch of these rupee ingots, and it's like an all-in-one tool, except it has very high, infinite durability and very high damage. So it's pretty good, and I want to enchant it. Well, I would love to enchant it, but apparently I can't. That's a shame. It says it's enchantable with all the pickaxe style enchants. Maybe I have to enchant a book and put it on an anvil, I guess. I also made the rupee armor. So let's see if this stuff is enchantable. No. Is enchanting just disabled in general? Let me try enchanting like a vanilla tool. Like a bow. No, enchanting works. So I guess just this, all this, whatever, divine RPG gear can't be enchanted. Let me get a book, and we can try enchanting that. And see if I can use an anvil later to transfer those enchants over. I don't want those enchants, hold on. Alright, let's enchant the sickle just to cycle the enchants. Sure. And then a book. Reading. Thorns. One last book. Efficiency 4. Alright, let's see if I can put efficiency 4 on this pickaxe. Let me make myself an anvil. Alright, so it looks like these tools can be enchanted through enchanted books, but not directly on the enchanting table. I wonder how hard the enchanter is to make then. Dark steel enchanter. A bunch of dark steel, 2 blocks of diamonds, some invar, machine case. It looks like we have to get into blood magic for it. Shoot. Alright, well, so much for that idea. Anyways, I guess when I have levels, I'll just enchant books, hoping to hit a fortune for this. So in the meanwhile, I've done a fair bit of mining, have a bunch of ores. Haven't processed them yet, because I think if we process these through the sag mill, we get even better yields. Yeah, we get, depending on our grinding ball, we can get, pretty good, like even just a flint grinding ball gets us 120%, so like 2.5-ish iron plus some side products. And with better grinding balls, we get, even better stuff. Anyways, so let's start by making ourselves the sag mill and the alloy smelter. So first up, the alloy smelter. I also made a energy bank, or energy cell, so that we can bank some energy. Let's see, let's move our bed, because I think we're going to want to actually do things here. So we'll put our bed by the farm. I started growing some wheat and pineapples to eat, so that I'm not always starving, which is a nice improvement over last episode. So let's see, energy cell first. And that should slowly fill, cause these machines to run. We'll need to restock these with fuel. And now that we've been mining, we also have plenty of coal to go around. Alright, so configure output over here. In the left, out the right. And I guess we'll run it right over the entrance to our mine. What could go wrong? Alright, so the alloy smelter is first because we need the alloy smelter to make the sag mill. Yeah, the sag mill takes this industrial dye blend. So we need, so now we have to make these organic dyes. I wonder, how do I make lapis powder without a sag mill? A pulverizer, I guess? Yeah, I guess we need a pulverizer. Okay. But the other thing we need is, to make the dye blend, we need organic black dye, which requires slime balls. I think it's time we visit our slime islands over here. While we're at it, we can pick up some slime to make our, slime boots and slime sling as well. Alright, first up, we have our purple slime island. I hope we get a sapling off that one tree that's here, otherwise I'll be oh no, there's 2 trees. Well, so I guess we have 2 shots at the sapling. There we go, we got it, cool. Let's grab the slime, a little bit of dirt. I'll come back for the slime fluid if we need it. By the way, this armor is really good. Look at that. I'm not even taking damage off this guy. Like, you can hit me all day, buddy. I think the way it works is that it has the iron level protection. On top of that, it has damage reduction. And on top of that, it has the melee damage reduction. So, yeah, it's like, hey, buddy, how you doing? You can do this all day. But I'd rather not. Anyways, I'm going to gather some of this and head over to the other island. And the blue slime island. I, generally speaking, don't think there's a big difference between the slimes. Like, they're mostly interchangeable in recipes and stuff. Let's not fall off the edge. If we want, you know what, let's actually grab a bucket of this slime fluid too. We can use it to create a slime spawner. Like, the slimes will spawn out of the fluid, but it's not very time efficient, and I don't think we really need a slime spawner. But I mean, it gives us the option. Anyways, we did get a sapling off that other tree as well. Cool. So just gather up some slime and we'll be on our way. You know, I wish we made a glider before we came here, but I guess now that I'm here, I just have to swim back. Well, we're almost back, but now it's nighttime and there's probably going to be some mobs around. Like that guy. But thankfully, I made a... Where'd I put the bed? Bed? Hello? I made a sleep charm, which lets me sleep instantly as long as I'm not getting shot. So let's... Ooh, this pickaxe can now instant mine dirt. Or grass. Come on, let me sleep. There we go. So I can sleep under fire, which is nice. And then these guys start burning up. Alright, cool. So anyways, now that we have our slime, we can make our slime sling and our slime boots. And with any luck, we can even make the glider. Alright, there we go, all three. So technically we don't need the boots, and in fact using the boots breaks our set bonus. So I don't know how much I'll use it versus just hoping not to accidentally kill myself. But and then glide down. Hey, your mom's back. And glide down. And this makes traversing the map so much faster. Later when we get a... Ooh, now I have two of these guys. They're like reproducing. Anyways, later when we get a Staff of Traveling, we can even use the Staff of Traveling to teleport up and this to glide down. So when you do that, we don't, we can replace these with our normal boots. Now we do have to be careful though. That means we take fall damage if we do something like this. Yeah, that hurts. But cool. We now have a lot more mobility. Well, to start us off, I guess all I have is a double layer capacitor for the machine. End of the day, our generators can't even keep up with it anyway, so I guess the generators will be the bottleneck. But we have to process, let's see, some leaves. That's an alloy smelter. Wait, how do I make a sag mill? To make a sag mill, I need an industrial machine frame, which takes organic green dye, which needs to be made from this, which has to be made in a sag mill. What am I overlooking? I guess I have to use one of these recipes? Alright, so I need cactus. Interesting. Well, first, my storage is basically full and it's a disaster once again. So I'm going to upgrade all these chests to iron chests for the time being. I think an iron... Oh, so that's all I have. An iron chest is the size of a double chest. Right, that's 6 by 9. 6 by 9. Yeah, so each iron chest is a double chest, but now we can fit twice as many in the same space. Let's make, how many more do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 by 6, 36. Yikes, it's gonna take like all of my iron. In fact, I shouldn't have made all those. Shoot. I hope I have some left. Good. No, I guess it's a price I had to pay sooner or later anyways. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once I get cleaned up a little bit, I'm going to go look for a desert where I can hopefully find some cactus. Alright, this cactus was thankfully, or this desert here, thankfully quite close. I think our base is right over there. In fact, we can check, let's see, 1,000 blocks. First thing that catches my eyes, there's an Enderman on the map somewhere, and I want him. Which way am I facing? Because Ender Pearls are extremely precious until we can get to the end. You're here somewhere. Is he underground? Huh. I'm gonna spend a second to look for him. There you are, little guy. Come here. Teleport up here. Please? Come on. Teleport up here. No? Do they not teleport when they can see sunlight? Is that how it works? No? Alright, I guess I'm heading down to you then. You win this time. You went somewhere. You went back up to there. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna go kill him. Woohoo! Got another pearl. All worth it. Next thing that catches my eye is we have these cinder pearls, which I think... Oh, do they not? I was hoping that they could be turned into blaze powder, but I guess they can't. They can in a phytogenic reactor or insulator, but it's been disabled. So I guess we can't get easy blaze powder this way. Never mind. That's a shame. I was about to say if we could do that, we could combine with the compressor. We could make blaze rods and start making potions, especially fire resist to go to the nether. But whatever. Now that we're here, I'm going to get some of the cactuses and probably head back. And we're back at our base. I'm going to plant some of the cactus and put the rest through the... I think it's the pulverizer that I want to do to make the dyes. No, I can't pulverize it. I guess I just have to smelt it. All that's left is a trip to this scary nether to get some nether quartz. Wish me luck. Well, I died once, but I was able to get my stuff back, and in the end we got, you know, all the nether quartz that I'll hopefully need for the next couple days. And with that, we can make our upgraded machine chassis. And I think this lets us make, yeah, a bunch more machines. Namely, what am I after? The sag mill, right? What is this? What is a Neard? Releases fluids into world. Okay. I do agree that they need a better name for that, but you know. There we go, sag mill. And, oh, I guess we can pretty soon get into slice and splice too. Cool. So with our sag mill, the first thing I want to do is set up a ore processing line. And the reason I think that's very valuable is because right now our ores are very precious. To get them, you know, I have to literally go into the ground and dig them up. And time I spend, you know, digging is time I don't spend doing something productive. Because let's face it, mining isn't the fun part of Minecraft, is it? Maybe it is for some. But anyways, not for me. So my plan is we'll have, let's see, an input chest. So we'll put input in here. We'll configure you to pull from there, push to there, configure you, give you a capacitor. I'm using double layer capacitors on all of these just because that's the best one I can make for now. But obviously our power still can't keep up. I added 4 more survival list generators, but even with all 8 running, that's only 8x5, 40 RF a tick. So we'll have to either run it in spurts or just let it be slow. Anyways, now we need some type of grinding ball. Let's take a look at what is a good deal. Grinding balls last a pretty long time, so even if they're a little expensive to make, I'm not too concerned. I want something with good bonus, or good main and bonus output. Although I think main output is more important. So, energetic alloy's pretty good at 160 main. Dark steel at 135 with 200 bonus. And it uses less energy. And, okay, so it's either energetic or dark steel. What is the recipe for this? Gold, redstone, glow, so that's basically free. Let's do energetic alloy then. Because for most of these recipes, you know, let's take a look at nickel ore. In the sag mill, right, so it's 2 items of main and 0.1 items of secondary. I don't really care for the cobble. So at 2 items of main, the 160 produces way more total output than the 135. And I get less bonus output, but unless I'm specifically going for platinum, that's a price I'm willing to pay. It helps that energetic alloy is super cheap to make. So gold, although I don't have much gold, funny enough. Let's see. Gold, alloys mode, redstone, glowstone. Alright, so this will make our grinding balls and then we can put those to use. Alright, let's start processing. So it should just be ores going here, they get processed, and then the results get spit into here where they get smelted. Since I don't have a filter or anything, I guess the periodic piece of cobble that does get produced will end up getting smelted. It wastes a little bit of energy, but besides that, it's not really a big deal. And one more thing, I should definitely make sure to set you to furnace only, so I don't, accidentally make alloys. So now that we have our ore processing set up pretty well, let's shift gears and try to improve our power generation. Our options include stuff, all the dynamos, but I think these are not terribly efficient. Let's see. Mostly because I don't know where to get a good fuel for these. I know we can do hooch. Hold on. That's an idea. Seeds and sugar. But let's see, refined fuel comes from naphtha, from crude oil. I have seen a few oil ponds. Maybe that is an option. But anyways, what I really want to go into is get into this advanced generators mod. So looks like we need electrical steel before we can really do anything there. Which I think is there anything keeping us from making electrical steel? Electrical steel is silicon, pulverized coal, and iron. And silicon, is that just pulverizing sand? 50%? Okay. So yeah, let's make a batch of electrical steel and see if we can get into advanced generators. So I took a look at some of the recipes for advanced generators and they're a bit over our head right now. So I decided to take a step back. We'll use a compression dynamo instead. This just burns liquid fuels. I think the way it works is we can, let's see, well, let's not put it there. That means we can't extend. Put it here. We need to yoink a piece of cable. And pretty soon we'll have to upgrade this to the next tier energy cable too. But and I have an upgrade kit for it because I do want to put an augment in here. I care about fuel efficiency. So it needs fluid in the form of water and fuel. So let's actually, how can I pump water in this pack? There are fluid pumps. This probably is a little out of reach. Probably an aqueous accumulator then. Yeah, it looks like we'll need to make one of these. Okay, anyways, as for fuel, if we look on our map, there's some places like here that have, I believe that's oil of some sort. Let's go check it out. Let's see, where is it? 200 blocks that way. All right. And if it's oil, I can, for now, we'll just bucket it by hand into a tank and transport that. It's quite close. That really hurt. Anyways, it definitely looks like oil because it was burning. I should probably put that fire out. And then, let's see, what type of oil is it? It's tar. Shoot. Tar seems a lot less useful than oil. And it's definitely not useful. Okay, well, you can go back then. I saw another thing on our mini-map before while exploring near the desert. Maybe this is oil? Well, let's go check it out. Well, shoot, this is also tar. That makes my plan to burn oil a lot less good because I don't know if I have any. I mean, I'll go check that out, but I strongly suspect that that's also tar at this point. Anyways, I'm going to take a look around. Hopefully I can find an oil puddle. Well, if nothing else, I found a A2 meteorite, so may as well claim the goodies within. 2 presses, not half bad. And we'll take the chest with us. Got a desert temple too. Jeez, that guy's speedy. If I manage to not blow myself up down here, I can, with any luck, snag a staff of traveling. Because I know they often spawn in loot chests. Ooh, I should have room in my inventory so I'm not dropping stuff down there. Let's see if I accidentally manage to blow up. We did it. We're alive. Alright, so what's the loot? Hey, there's our staff of traveling. Dud. No good. Yeah, an ender too, although don't really need that. Incredibly impossible. That is good. Anyways, I'm gonna loot this up and I'll head back to the base afterwards. Well, our quest for oil was a complete and total failure, but we were able to get Staff of Traveling, which actually I can't make for quite a while because I need a soul binder and yada 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 for it. But in addition to that, I'm going to try out some of these capacitors, see if they're any good. So generally we just want that energy number to go up. So by reading the thing you can kind of tell, like, I think this is good. So we are at 90 to 11, so it's faster. Now it uses more energy, but it's, I think, equal efficiency, so it's fine. So we can set that up. Let's see, this one, Premium Clean Cut Wonder. I think that's also good. Clean Cut, I think, is for license splice, so we'll just put it here. 133. All right, that's still an upgrade. Enhance Insatiable Wonder and Enhance Explosive Good Crushed. Well, I think that means it goes in a sag mill. So from 90 to, well, it's a little better. 143, or, ooh, this is a lot better. No, it isn't. 121. All right, so this goes here. And we can try between these. 121 or 133. Lastly, 211 or a lot less than 211. Okay. Cool, so that's our setup now. We some small upgrades. Anyways, we can set those aside for later. The only problem is now that I have these Staff of Travelings, I have to charge them. I think the energy, well, it's that, or I guess a energy or a capacitor bank can do it, right? Capacitor bank. This is easier. Okay, so I'll make a basic capacitor bank. We'll I guess we'll replace our energy cell with it. By energy cell, and with that we should be able to charge our, oh, does it have to be an empty energy cell, not a 40 RF one? Let's try. Just like how when I don't have all the items, so it doesn't let me shift click it. No, it works. Okay, cool. So this is just, it's basically the same by the looks of it, the same amount of RF. Oh, it doesn't have the charging slots. Whoops. Okay. I mean, I guess in light of that, we have to build the energetic infuser. All right, so we have a energetic infuser, which we can use to charge our Staff of Traveling. I also made a flux capacitor. It holds a lot of energy, so it'll take literally forever to charge. But meh, we'll charge it eventually. Anyways, once this is charged, I'll have it start charging the energetic infuser. This charger really sucks, by the way. 200 a tick. I think the Ender Isle one's a lot better, but we need some electrical steel for that. So after we make electrical steel, I'll eventually make the wire charger and eventually the good wireless charger. So anyways, now that we have our Staff of Traveling, though, we can fly by just warping up and then gliding down and then warping up and then gliding down, which is much easier than using the slime sling. But this lets us get around even faster than before. It's basically jetpack style movement. Well, it's going to take a lot of electrical steel, but with our Dynamo plan, our compression Dynamo plan falling through because we don't have a way to really effectively make fuel for it, I'm thinking I'll just fall back and make the advanced generators turbine. So my plan is to make a very basic one for now, which is, let's see, it'll need at least one iron turbine. I'm hoping to be able to get 2 in there. And then a generator of some sort. So let's pin you. A controller, a fuel tank, and a capacitor. So probably a basic capacitor will do. Fuel tank is in here somewhere. And yeah, so if I can get these components, we can set up a very basic generator that we can upgrade as we go. In a desperate bid to make more power so I can make electrical steel at a barely reasonable rate, I'm going to try this advanced photovoltaic cell. It says max output 80. I don't know if that means it's 80 during the entire day, but in any event, I'm hoping that we can make more electrical steel as a result. Not only that, I'm even out of iron. Like, geez, I'm out of everything. The struggles of not playing a skyblock where resources are infinite and free. The way advanced generators works is that the multi-block can be more or less any shape, so I'm just gonna start plopping down components. Let's see. So 2 turbines, a generator, a tank, and a controller. And I think that's just about a minimal setup. Produces 200 a tick, 110% fuel efficiency. It does not currently tell me how fuel efficient, how much energy it gets per millibucket. But I've been melting down a little bit of coal here, so I'm hoping that we can put that into our tank and burn that. I looked on the Advanced Generators wiki and it didn't appear like it gets any more fuel efficient. That's not connecting. Well, I'll deal with that later. And it doesn't look like it gets any more efficient to process the liquefied coal down into like the refined fuel. A power capacitor optionally increases the power buffer. Anyways, let's see. Fuel tank is there. Set you here. Output mode. Did that not work? Doesn't look like any fuel's going in there. Can it not take? Let's try a bucket. No. Oh yeah, you don't pipe fuel directly into a fuel tank. You pipe it into a fluid intake valve. So let's try that instead. There we go. Now fuel goes in. So we are now using, let's see, we're producing 200 RF a tick of power. Doesn't say energy per fuel though. I mean, I guess I can just let this burn and see. Let's see. So 100k RF took just about 100 millibuckets, which is consistent with what the wiki says. Each millibucket of fuel or of coal produces 100. Each millibucket produces 1,000 RF, and then we get a slight bonus for being at 110% efficiency, which means that yeah, no, our power should be good now. Or now that we are getting like 1,100, we're getting 1,100 RF per millibucket, 100 millibuckets per coal, which means that per piece of coal we are getting 110,000 RF, which I think even beats these. Yeah, these only get 80,000 RF. So not only is it more fuel efficient, it's also a lot faster. It's only at 200 a tick now. How do I make it connect to the power? I think I have to configure one of these. What color? Figure output. Oh, that's not the right button. Do I have to assign a color to this somehow? I like only vaguely remember how to do this. Hold on. Let me figure this out. There we go. You right click a side with a wrench to assign it a color, and then you say red is output. And I think I might have to replace this cable. Let me try a different type of generator. There's like flux and RF or flux is RF. There's flux and like forge energy. Maybe that's the only one. So anyways, that's a flux generator. I'm gonna try replacing it with a forge energy. Ooh, whoops, with a forge energy emitter. This pickaxe is faster than I want it to be sometimes. Let's see. So forge energy emitter, and that connects. So that's a good sign. And that's linked. So that's now outputting this power into our energy network. Now all that's left is to come up with a way to turn this off. And I don't think it turns off automatically when its buffer is full, but what I can do is I can make a power monitor and have that be in charge of shutting down our turbine when it's when our capacitors are full. All right, so to control it, all I have is a redstone control module. It's set to enable, or when it receives a redstone signal, to turn the machine on. So right now it's running because it has a redstone signal, and that's provided by this power monitor that's adjacent to it, which says emit a signal when it gets less than 75% full, and then it runs until it's more than 99% full. So basically, when it dips below 75%, it'll turn on. When it gets above 99%, it'll turn off. So we can see that right now it's running because it's consuming fuel. And then when and if our capacitor bank fills up, it'll take it a fair amount of time at the rate we're going, but it'll eventually fill up and turn this off. So it's almost nighttime again. I really wish night would happen less frequently, but very small complaint, I suppose. Anyways, there's one more upgrade I want to make to this generator today, and that is the fuel air mixer. So you can see right now our efficiency is 110%. If we add this, it will go up to 135%. And later we can add a gas mix compressor, which will bring it up to 185%. But that takes a fair amount of Indarium. So let's see, fuel air mixer, what do we have to make? All right, well, I'll craft this. And here we go, one fuel air mixer. I'm actually curious if putting it will go up to 135 or 145, because I don't know where we get our 10% fuel efficiency from right now. Anyways, this can go anywhere. And we go to 135. All right, so now we get 135,000 RF per piece of coal. So we're almost at double our survivalist generator efficiency. With the slight nuance that we do have to, pulverize our coal. Actually, we can do even better than that, right? Because our pulverizer has increased yields here too. I think one piece of coal can sometimes produce 2 or even 3 pieces of pulverized coal. So yeah, our fuel efficiency is quite good as a result of that. Anyways, with that, we still have to go through all these steps of melting the coal, but it's not a big deal. Anyways, with that, I think we are done with our power upgrades for now. I can just add on more turbines to this as we need, and I'm sure as we go we will find need for more turbines pretty quickly. But yeah, we have a basic set of machines that can support our infrastructure as we go forward, and I'm especially happy that our ore processing is now more or less automated and very efficient. So anyways, let's wrap up this episode here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.